Hi everyone, today I want to talk to you of one of my favorite topics, the power of seduction, the power of attraction, how to attract men to you, how to attract the right man to you. And if you're a guy watching, you might use these techniques also to attract women to you. But today I'm going to talk to women of how to attract men. My name is Yael, I'm a life coach, I'm a sex and relationship therapist. And one of the reasons I believe you should listen to me and why you should accept this knowledge from me is because I went through many transformations in my life around relationships. I believe that I was put here on the planet to teach and to shed light over the male and female relationship. Life gave me situations that I needed to develop from. I had a really rough start. I used to date a lot of bad boys who didn't treat me well. I had a very low self-esteem. I even had men steal money from me. I thought I'm worthless, and I was dreaming in my mind about a prince, but in reality what I got were men that played games with me. Some of them cheated on me. So that really pushed me to study, to see in myself, what am I doing with my energy that I'm attracting that kind of situations. And I began to study, and I began to see that I was not using my feminine energy right. And I started shifting my mindset about what I'm looking for and what I deserve. And through trial and error, I started dating a different kind of man, very, very wealthy man, and started receiving much more from men, receiving gifts, receiving respect, receiving ideas, receiving support. And now I live with my partner. I love him a lot. He's the love of my life. We have an amazing relationship, and he treats me like a queen. So these keys that I'm going to share with you are some of the things that I learned, and I really hope you can make good use of them. So in order to make it easy to remember, I divided it into 3 rules, and these 3 rules are connected to rules that are in the Bible. According to the Bible, a man has commandments and a woman has commandments. And the only 3 important commandments that a woman should do in order to keep her house happy, healthy, full of light are lighting the candles, baking the bread, and keeping relationship purity. How does that have to do anything with attraction? These are actually symbols of what we can do as women and our powers. So starting off with the candles. What do the candles mean? It's our power of transformation and our power of beauty. And of course, that is number 1 in seduction. So I titled number 1, looks and atmosphere. Now, not every woman on earth looks like a model, and that's totally okay. That's not what a man expects from a woman. But a man initially will turn to you based on how you treat yourself and how you dress. Now, I had a client once that she was an amazing person, like really loving. She had a goddess essence to her, but she didn't dress the part. She was, or still is, a computer engineer, and she used to wear like dress shirts that are very, very boxy and manly because she spent a lot of time with a lot of men in her job, and very baggy kind of jeans and sneakers. And she used to tell me that she's doing all sorts of rituals for the goddess to be more attractive, to gain attraction, and I needed to treat this delicately because sometimes women don't like to have sharp fingers pointed at the way they look because we're very, very sensitive about that. And I asked her, okay, let's say you attract the right person to you. Do you care about how he looked? And she said yes. And I asked, would you care about like how much effort he puts in his body and his cleanliness and all of that? She said yes. So why don't you do the same? There is sometimes what we want in ourselves, what we wish for, and then our outer experience. So we need to create our outer experience to match what we feel inside. And a woman is like a flower. Treating ourselves and enhancing our beauty is more than just, oh, I'm making it for the guy to be attracted to me. It's actually enhancing our female essence. Putting makeup on, putting a nice outfit together, it puts us in a meditative state and relaxes us. Women respond very well to beauty. We like to beautify everything. And so I recommend that number 1 in wanting to seduce and wanting to attract is paying attention to your looks especially wearing skirts and dresses. Men sometimes are attracted to women who wear skirts or dresses subconsciously. It's an ancient thing that he recognizes her as a woman, but there is more to it. When we walk, especially when we have like a long flowy dress or skirt, it starts to move the energy from the ground coming from your legs, and it moves your sexual energy. So feeling the cloth against your legs, feeling your legs together, all of that creates your sexual energy and vitality. And even taking it a step further, some teachers say that we lose as women our sexual energy by wearing pants, or wearing pants with like holes inside, or just exposing that part of our body too much. So the recommendation is skirts, and men respond very, very well to that. Another part of beauty is atmosphere. This is what we need to understand as women. One of the reason, or maybe the only reason, that men want to be with us is because of the experience with us. We are not the ones to give them security, to give them money, to give them even tips or psychological information. They want, looking for a partner, they want to just enjoy being with you. They're looking for the experience. They're the one that provides the material. Usually the man pays for the date, he pays for everything you want actually, and you're the one that receives it. And the more happy you are, the better the experience is. So that's what the man is looking for you. Now, when we look at our transformative abilities as women, one is to transform our looks, okay? Just sometimes a little bit of makeup, a little bit of perfume, a nice outfit that matches your mood, boom, you feel amazing. Now, we can do the same thing sometimes in a room, in an environment, and that's also linked to our power of seduction. Now, let's say he comes over to your house. One of the rules is to light candles. This is also connected to some sort of ancient part of us. You can call it paganism, religion, whatever it is. Light 2 candles when your man arrives and try to make like a circle around them, a protective thing. One represents the male and one represents the female. It changes the mood dramatically. Number 2, care about the lighting, about the tidiness of the house. When a man sees how a woman takes care of the house, he thinks to himself, she's potential. She's potential for something in the future. So it's about how you host him. It's nice music, nice atmosphere, cook something for him. Men love that you cook for them. I'm not that traditional, but I'm just telling you what works. A key to a man's heart is often through his stomach. And today it's so easy to learn how to cook. There are many videos online that you can follow, and super easy. And if that doesn't work, just buy something and heat it up. Anything you do, when he comes over, give him something to eat. So actually lighting the candles for us as women is lighting our light in an exterior way. So first we're taking care of the exterior, how we look, how our house looks. Also, when you hang out, try to create that atmosphere around you of this magical energy. It maybe is the way you are sitting, the way you decide where you want to sit and where not. Like, it always has to be something regal, some place that you feel comfortable in, and it matches your expectations of how a date looks like. Okay, number 2 is baking the bread. I know it sounds a little weird, and not in every religion there is this habit, but how we can take this idea of baking the bread to seduction. Baking the bread is an act that a Jewish woman does every Friday. She bakes the bread, she blesses the bread, and this represents that she wants to bring health to the family. She wants to bring healthy food, both spiritual and physical, to the family. Now, this is a genius concept because we as women are very much in charge of the type of conversation we have with the man we seduce. Number 1 is positivity. Forget how smart you are. Forget how complex and sophisticated you are. The most important thing is to be positive and also try to enhance his positive qualities. So you know, as a woman, even when I tell you how beautiful you look and how amazing something you did, or just give you compliments, it automatically opens you up, and that wants you to come closer to the person who gives you the compliment. Exactly the same works with men. Start noticing little things about him. It can be in a matter of minutes or seconds. This is your intuition. Okay, let's say he's on time. So thank him for being on time for your date. Or if you just met and you noticed like his sense of humor, you can say, "Oh wow, you're really funny, you have a great sense of humor." Or if he's very developed in his body, you can give him a compliment about that. You can give him a compliment about how smart he is, about the way he listens to you. Try to be very short when you give compliments. It's like, "Wow, you are such an amazing boyfriend," for example, if you're together. Or, "Wow, you are such a strong man." Whatever you are, just get excited. And the reason they want to see that excitement from you, and the reason they're attracted to that excitement, is linked to sex. So when we're having sex, we have two things. One is an accelerator and one is a stopper, a blocker. So when we have these accelerators working for us, it means that we get turned on very quickly, and it's easier for us to orgasm and enjoy the sex. When we allow ourselves to notice things that we like in our environment, or we like about the person we're with, or the pleasure, that means we're allowing it. Okay, so are accelerating our pleasure. And if we're blocking it, like say, "Oh my God, I'm afraid that somebody would come in," or "I'm not feeling comfortable," or "I'm cold," or this or that, that blocks our ability to enjoy. So when he sees that you get excited from the little things, he automatically thinks in his mind, "Okay, she might be like also really, really good in sex because she gets excited. She gets turned on by the little things." So give him compliments about how you look at him, how you perceive him. It's very easy to be positive, especially in the beginning when you don't really know each other and it's not that complex. Shoot compliments to him. Men will always receive it very well. Don't worry about it. And okay, now going back to regular conversation and no compliments involved. Another important thing is to brush away negativity. Maybe you have a lot on your chest. You found someone to listen to you, but don't put everything on him in the beginning, okay? Find a therapist, talk about your problems, talk about your issues. In the beginning, you're opening slowly for him. And it's like you can't eat the whole refrigerator in one day, right? So he can't contain all of the things that you give him at once. So try to give him a little bit of information each time you meet, so he keeps himself excited, curious. Just don't throw at him all at once, because we as women sometimes tend to do that, and we think that he will solve all our problems in the beginning. So it doesn't work like that. He also needs to open up. He's also a little bit like a flower. Even I think that I like to use the idea of a woman as a flower, but he's a flower too, okay? He needs to open up to you too. He needs to understand who you are. So slowly, with all the negativity and the problems. So that's actually the spiritual food, okay? So you're actually baking the bread by pouring this kind of content in the relationship, and whatever you're pouring into it, how positive you are, how much you want to grow together, all this amazing energy that you're creating by your conversation, that grows like bread. Another aspect of baking the bread is, already when you live together, is bringing healthy foods to the home. So that is also very important for the man to see that you are linked to health, you want to stay healthy, and I believe that's very attractive. Of course, it's nice to splurge once in a while and, eat bad things, and it's okay, but I think most men want a woman that knows how to cook and knows how to select healthy foods. Okay, third is about personal integrity and family purity. I think this concept is one of the most important things to remember. Basically, it says that when a man and a woman form a relationship, we create a vessel between us. This comes from Kabbalah, this comes from many things, like also shamanism. we're creating a string or a tube, and this string is very, very sensitive. So personal integrity is connected to the time that we spend apart from our partner or from this object that you want to attract to you. And you would be surprised how easily this relationship that you have, even if it's just the beginning, can tilt based on what you pour into this vessel or into this string. So we're much more energetical and telepathical than we give ourselves credit to. When you are apart, that sometimes is where the real work, the real psychological work starts to happen. That's where you're confronted with your fears, your thoughts. Let's say you're in love and everything is great. Fantastic. Okay, keep it there. That's where you want it to be. You want to come to a place that when you think about him, you think loving thoughts, you think warm thoughts, you wish the best for him. You're actually praying for him to have an amazing day, to be super successful. You know, we women have the power of abundance. If you notice, in many places, there are women in the sign of a company, let's say Starbucks, Nike, all of that. There's a reason for that, because we women generate the emotion of wanting to grow bigger, okay? That creates the man more exciting, wanting to do more, wanting to live more. So when you are apart, it's very important that you keep it positive and always want his best, because our thoughts are actually things. He can sense it, he can feel it, and that ties into the idea of multiple partners. Now, I do believe in monogamy. I think it's the best thing. Some people don't think like me, and that's okay. I respect that. But I feel that when you want to build an intimate, strong bond with someone, the number one thing to support that is to focus only on that person and not to text other men. So that was one of my problems in the beginning. I would text multiple partners and then I would not receive respect from the one that I wanted most, because he could sense that. Men can feel when you're not that serious about them, and they're very territorial and they're very sensitive like that. They want to get respect. They want to be the only man in your life. They want to be your hero. And even though it might not seem like that in the beginning, I do recommend cutting cords with everyone from your past, including high school friends, or it will happen automatically when you get closer to a really strong masculine man. Energetically, he will make the other men disappear and stop coming for you. But I do believe that you can do it actively too. So when you seduce, when you want to attract, this is a very easy thing to do. Just say, I'm just focusing on this one, on the one that you want, and all the others don't matter. And that's a decision you also do in front of the universe. Okay, you're stating to the universe, this is what I want, this is the person that I'm putting all my energy to, and the universe will start working for you. All right, thank you so much for watching. If you want to work with me, I can assure you I will bring you great results in your partnership if it's an existing one, or if you want to attract. I'm very good with helping you setting up profiles in social media, having this initial texting going on, giving you practical tips. I'm very giving. I love my clients, so please contact me if you want more information. You can follow also my social media and website. I love you a lot. Thank you for watching. Bye.